In this episode of Ricky remembers 3 Humabon 1985 to 1986. But before we get to this episode's memory or that particular year in Ateneo Grade School, I do want to encourage everyone to support all of our fundraising efforts. We're having a concert by Parokya ni Edgar this October 22 at the Music Museum in Green Hills. Tickets are quickly running out, so go ahead and reserve and make your reservations already. It's 1,000 for the orchestra and 2,000 for the balcony. So send a message to myself or any one of our batchmates, or you can contact Mark Bernal as well, who's also an admin of the Atenista group, for your Parokya ni Edgar concert tickets. We're also having a raffle. We're raffling away a Hyundai Kona for first prize, and then we're also giving away a Vespa scooter, a Specialized bike, and some shoes from Colhan and some clothes from Nautica. Raffle tickets are at 500 pesos each. Go ahead and buy those raffle tickets already from myself or for any of my batchmates, or from Mark Bernal, who's also our chairman for this year's alumni homecoming. And also we're selling Seiko batch watches. We had the blue face initially, but those have sold out already. The ones with the blue face are sold out already. We do have a second one, and it's the one with the white face. So if you prefer a white face on your Seiko Ateneo watch, please go ahead and purchase one from myself or from any of our batchmates or from Mark Bernal. And also, you can support this year's alumni homecoming by purchasing our shirt. You see, it has Ateneo written on it, and of course the Ignition 94 logo on the sleeve. So again, please, we're encouraging everyone to support our fundraising efforts for this year's alumni homecoming this December 7 at the Ateneo High School covered courts. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna fly out there on December 5 so I can join you. Please say hi, and I hope to see you there, and we'll all have a good time. Okay, so in this episode, Ricky remembers 3 Humabon 1985 to 1986. We're halfway through in this series of Ricky Remembers, where Ricky takes a walk down memory lane along the corridors of Ateneo Grade School. So we've done prep, grade 1 and grade 2. We're now halfway at grade 3 with 3 Humabon. So in 3 Humabon, the one I remember most, of course, was our beautiful moderator and teacher, Miss Chula Rodriguez. Do you remember in our episode about Prep Matipid, I mentioned that the most beautiful teacher I've seen in Ateneo was Miss Rodriguez, the guidance counselor. Now, Miss Chula Rodriguez is her sister. So, maganda rin siya. Sobrang ganda rin siya. And I remember everybody having a crush on her. Miss Chula Rodriguez, this episode is dedicated to you, and for all the help and all the sacrifice and for everything that you've taught us when we were in grade 3. We remember you very fondly, and we thank you for all the sacrifice that you made to teach us and to take care of us rowdy and noisy boys when we were in grade 3. So Miss Chula Rodriguez, this is for you. I'll make sure I'll tag you so that you can see this and watch this. So I remember Miss Chula Rodriguez definitely. And also, in grade 3, ni-rumble na lahat ng estudyante. So hindi na yung kaklase mo from prep to grade 1 and grade 2. Yung prep nga, di ba, may dinisolve na class din sinama sa grade 1 at grade 2. Grade 3, all bets are off. Talagang kinarambola na. And this is where I became classmates with Boyet Asuncion. So Boyet Asuncion was in front of me. That's why Asuncion, and then Baez is behind. And we quickly became best friends. Also because Boyet lived near me. I was living in Commonwealth at that time, and he was living in BF Homes in Quezon City, and we were busmates in Hirochi. I don't know if some of you remember the Hirochi school bus. It was this orange bus that was smaller than the California bus lines, but it became the default or de facto school bus for Ateneo Grade School during that time. Hirochi school bus. Busmate ko rin dyan si Dennis Lucindo, who became my classmate and very good friend in high school and in college in UP. And also I remember Randy Jimenez, Randy Basa, and his brother Noel Beltran. These guys were my busmates in Hirochi. So there you go. So Boy at Asuncion quickly became my best friend. So I don't know, as I mentioned earlier, I don't know if teachers or even the whole Ateneo is aware of this, na pag pinagtabi mo yung dalawang bata, arbitrarily or randomly, nagiging mag-best friends sila, and you form friendships that last all throughout their adulthood. So unwittingly, you form these relationships that last for life. So what I remember about Boyet, and I really hate myself for this memory, but I remember we had a classmate, si Rainier Carrasco. Rainier Carrasco was a classmate also. I told you, nag-rumble na, di ba? Rainier Carrasco was this classmate of ours. And I don't know what came over me, but I was a naughty kid also. I wasn't a very good kid when I was younger. I'm still not a good kid now. I'm still kind of naughty. So anyway, what I did was, dinikitan ko ng bubble gum yung buhok niya, si Rainier Carrasco. Si Rainier siguro doesn't know this up to now. Rainier, aamin na ako. Actually, ako yung nagdikit ng bubble gum sa buhok mo. I don't know why I did it. Binato ko yata. Anyway, I stuck it on your head and you didn't know, maybe because I was behind you. And then I went off for recess or for lunch. And then, napagkamalan mong si Boyet yung nagdikit ng bubble gum. So, siya yung inaway mo. I don't know, nagsuntukan yata kayo or something. But when I got back to the classroom after recess or lunch, nakita ko na si Boyet nakaupo dun sa seat niya, lamenting his hair kasi dinikit mo yung bubble gum sa buhok niya. Oh my God, I felt so bad for it. But ako yon, I was guilty of that. So sorry to Rainier Carrasco and sorry also to Boyet Asuncion. But it was me who stuck that bubble gum and pinagkamalan mo si Boyet and si Boyet yung inaway mo. So there you go. So the first thing also that I remember about grade 3 was the classrooms were near the basketball courts already. So this is right around the time na nahilig na tayo sa basketball or na nahilig na kami sa basketball. You remember may succession pa yung courts kasi yung court 1 yung pinakamababa. So madali siya, mababa lang siya. I still don't know anybody who actually dunked on that court, pero kaya mo na siyang itap board. It was that low, but I've never actually seen anybody or witnessed anybody firsthand to dunk on court 1. I do remember some kids trying it out though, pero nabalian sila, parang sumabit yata yung arm or something. I don't know if that was that Paul Barzabal or Montan Watco or Gugoy Vitan, but there was one batchmate of ours who broke his arm or had a cast for a period of time because they broke their arm trying to dunk into court 1. So that was the basketball courts. I remember this was the time na nag-start na yung sabay-sabay tayong naglalaro because of course, there's 10 classrooms with 45 boys each. There's no way that 5 basketball courts can accommodate everyone. So pag recess or lunch, everybody sabay-sabay naglalaro dyan. So nagbabanggaan. But we're somehow able to make it work. Even though sabay-sabay tayo, we knew who our teammates were, we knew who our opponents were, and we knew if there were other kids there playing na hindi natin kalaro at all. And we would somehow be able to make that work and play basketball during our break time. Also, in grade 3, dahil naglabo-labo na yung kaklase, ito yung year na iba-iba na rin yung teacher. You just didn't have a moderator or a homeroom teacher. Iba na yung teacher mo sa math, iba na yung teacher mo sa reading, iba na yung teacher mo sa CLE, depending on what your moderator taught, no? So I remember very fondly Miss Goko who taught us math. Miss Goko was, she was very, how do you describe it? She was different. And I remember she used to pick on our classmate Brian Braga because he was this big boy. And he would say, Brian Braga. I remember that very fondly about Miss Goko. So, and she was a very good teacher. She was our teacher in math. So Miss Goko, hi, if you're out there watching this, we remember you so well. And also I remember Miss Bermio. Of course, there's a Miss Bermio in high school, si Eloy Bermio. This one is her sister, si Miss Bermio. If I remember correctly, Miss Bermio taught Filipino? Was it Filipino in AP or was it reading? But I remember Miss Bermio as well. She was this very strong-looking woman, very strict, but very fun also. So Miss Bermio, hi. Kumusta po and regards to you. And I remember some of my other classmates na naglabo-labo na nga, di ba? Nag-jumble-jumble na. I remember, as I said, I remember Boy Asuncion, I remember Rainier Carrasco, Pet Pagayatan. Meron kaming kwento ni Pet about grade 3, but it's not PG, so I'll say I can't mention it here. But Pet, you already know what I'm talking about. Pet is already a respected and accomplished lawyer in the Philippines now, so I will not tarnish his reputation. Pet, kumusta? I'll see you in December 7, pare. And I remember Jel Sendanya. We had a classmate, si Jel Sendanya. I think during that time, his father was the Minister of Finance. Was the finance minister of Marcos. And during that time, of course, this was 85 and 86, so the elections happened. And I remember all the kids in class were either Marcos or Cory, and they had those pins, those election pins that we would wear. Paramihan yan, iba-ibang klase. At in the beginning, I was Marcos because I think because my mom is Ilocano, so we had an affiliation with Marcos for some reason. But of course, I really didn't know. I was a kid. But in any case, in the beginning, I had Marcos pins on me, and by the later part of the year or closer to the elections, naging Cory na. So in the beginning, I was wearing Marcos pins, and then naging Cory pins. So there you have it. That was EDSA time. This was 85 to 86. So with kids, it was popular to wear those pins, whether Marcos or Aquino. So I remember Jel Sendanya. I remember, of course, this was also the first year that I became classmates with Nicolo Ortiz Luis. Nicolo Ortiz Luis became my classmate also in grade 7, and he became my barkada. He's also based here in California as well. Hi Nico, kumusta ka dyan? And then also I remember Benito Chua and Andrew Hernandez. I remember Benito and Andrew because they were the bigger kids together with Brian Braga. They were the big kids and they were huge. So hi to Benito and Andrew. The thing I remember also with grade 3 was we became conscious already about strollers. Yung stroller natin. I remember this because I had a comment yesterday from Mr. Paulo Punsalan from AGS 1998, and he commented about remembering the pencils also, the Mongol, the Goliath, and the Bencha, that he shared that memory. And na-touch naman ako, and I really appreciate that comment from him, because hindi lang pala ako yung nakakaalala nitong, tong mga maliliit na detalye about our childhood and our time in Ateneo. So I will talk a little bit about the strollers in Ateneo noon. Alam nyo, meron akong mga kaklase, or I'm sure meron din kayong mga kaklase, na nakapag-travel sila during the summer or, while they were younger. So in the airport, siguro meron yatang pinamimigay na stroller. I remember yung ibang kaklase ko, parang social yung stroller nila kasi na ano siya, you can pull it up, but you can also pull it down. But it wasn't made of some steel or some metal. Para siyang alloy na of plastic and something else, or aluminum. It was very light, but it was very sleek, and it was very social. Mahal yun yung kumayaman ka, yun yung stroller mo. I don't know pangalan ng stroller na yun pero yun yung aakyat tsaka na ibababa. And then, merong isa pang stroller na malalaki yung gulong. So I remember Jel Sendanya, Brian Braga, the big kids, somehow they had this stroller. Malaki siya, basta malaki yung gulong. Bigger than the ordinary, so it can carry a very big bag. And then meron yung stroller na manipis, yung almost parang alambre lang, and yun yung stroller ko. So, syempre nakakaingit yung iba na mas maganda yung stroller nila, na mas malaki. Pero yun yung mga kids na nakakapag-abroad when we were kids. So, maybe they would go to Hong Kong, maybe they would go to the States. And in the airport, they would give away these strollers. And then pag school year na, yun yung gagamitin nilang stroller. Anyway, in grade 3, I was very aware of everybody carrying strollers na. So parang yun na yung big boy accessory. Hindi na knapsack or hindi na yung maliit na bag. Kailangan may stroller ka na kasi mas marami ng books. So I remember strollers in grade 3. And I also remember grade 3 was the first time we had swimming for PE. And this was the first time we were introduced to Mr. Bana Sailani. Bana Sailani was this very imposing gentleman. almost like a giant, and he had very brown skin because of, you know, being in the pool every day. He was this giant of a man. For a grade 3, for a 9-year-old kid, sobrang laking itsura ni Mr. Sailani. And we used to make fun of his name because Bana Sailani, we've never heard of that. So we would call him Banana Salami or Banana and then Mr. Salami. But Bana Sailani, which we later found out when we were older, was actually an Olympian. Did you know this? He was a swimmer for the Olympics representing the Philippine team way back when. So he was our swim instructor for the longest time. I know Mr. Sailani has passed on already, but we remember Mr. Bana Sailani fondly and very well. So our swimming lessons with Mr. Bana Sailani, I actually went on to enjoy swimming as an exercise or as a workout. Even now, I really like swimming. When I was in college, I joined all these competitions and these triathlons and aquathlons and all of that. And that love for swimming started when I was in grade 3 in Ateneo under Mr. Bana Sailani. Also with grade 3, we were talking about the basketball courts. In grade 3 was when we were exposed or introduced to the pergola. The pergola was where we went for recess. And the pergola was, kaya nga pergola was because it was this parang gazebo or parang pabilog na structure in the back of grade 3 and in the back of grade 5 where we could go and buy our snacks. So we would buy our sago, our gulaman. That's where we would buy Mr. Boodle Pizza. Guys, remember Mr. Boodle Pizza? Yung bilog na pizza na nalaman-laman ko gawa rin pala ng Dells. So pakana rin pala ni Dells yung Mr. Boodle Pizza, but it was this round pizza na personal, kumbaga kasya sa isang kamay. And then I remember it had this character na medyo kamukha rin ni Ziggy, si Mr. Boodle, kaya nga Mr. Boodle. It would be nice to see that wrapper kasi it was a plastic wrapper and nandun yung Mr. Boodle na pizza. It would be nice to see that. I wonder if anybody has that somewhere, stashed somewhere, or if there's a design of that or a file of that somewhere. It would be nice to see that wrapper again of Mr. Boodle pizza, which we bought from the pergola. So dun kami nagre-recess. For the upper batch guys, or for the older Atenistas, yung pergola ba was always bilihan ng snacks or was it used for something else before? May iba ba siyang function noon and then later on naging bilihan siya ng food or ng parang naging mini cafeteria siya, or was it something else before? Please enlighten us or inform us if that is the case. So that's the pergola and that's for recess, right? Now I remember pag lunchtime na, ito na yung kakain na pwede nang kumain sa cafeteria as a class kasi wala nang pang-umaga, wala na rin pang-hapon eh. Buong araw na yon. So from 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock, buong araw na. So kailangan mag-lunch. So I remember as a class, we would walk to the cafeteria and Miss Rodriguez would lead us, of course. Now, the line was alphabetical and because I was B, Baizas, ako yung madalas una ako sa line kasi the people in front of me like si Boy Asuncion and others, hindi naman sila kumakain sa cafeteria, may baon sila. So I was first in line and guess what? Because you're first in line and you had to line up and because we were still little kids, Miss Rodriguez would actually hold my hand and we would walk together to the cafeteria. Oh, holding hands kami ni Miss Chula Rodriguez. And I remember some conversations that we would have. I remember I told her that my mom was pregnant with my brother and that she was giving birth na. So nagkwentuhan kami and we shared certain things like that, or I shared certain things like that with Miss Rodriguez. That's why I remember her fondly because she held my tiny little hand as we walked to the cafeteria to have lunch. Alalang-alala ko noon, alam nyo, yung regular meal ticket noon when I was in grade 3 from 85 to 86 was 9 pesos. 9 pesos, meron ka ng lunch. Diba, bibili ka nung stub dun sa harapan and then you can have 2 ulams or 2 ulam. Naalala ko pa yung stainless steel. Ano ba yon? Basta yung bakal na plate ng cafeteria. So 2 ulam and then of course, as you know, yung only rice or unlimited rice sa cafeteria nung time na yon. 9 pesos po. So 9 pesos yung regular meal, 11 pesos yung sizzling. Yung sizzling naman was sa likod ng cafeteria, meron ka ng fried chicken, an entire leg and thigh of chicken, sizzling na yon. Oh my God. And then minsan pork chop, di ba? And minsan Salisbury steak. But imagine yung difference lang nung regular meal tsaka nung sizzling, 2 piso lang. Oh my God. So, yun yung regular and sizzling meals sa cafeteria. You either bought a meal ticket or you had a meal card to have lunch in the cafeteria. Also, I will end with this. I remember nung grade 3, and this is a sad memory. Alam niyo yung pag last day na nung exams or even last day na nung school, and for one day the teacher will allow you to bring your toys to class, no? So dalahan ng mga He-Man, dalahan ng mga kung ano-anong toys. Alam niyo yung dinala ko that day, I brought my Donkey Kong Game & Watch, and this is not any Game & Watch. Ito yung Game & Watch na double screen or yung meron siyang screen and then may mirror siya, so it actually reflected the screen, no? And I don't know how much that was when we were younger, but I'm pretty sure it was expensive. And I brought it to bring a toy day in class, and I promptly lost it. Somebody took it. I don't know if somebody took it or I dropped it and somebody picked it up and didn't know who to return it to, but I lost it. That Donkey Kong, malaman ko recently, mahal na pala yun. Apparently it was a collectible, or it is a collectible, and it was very rare. It's like super expensive now, and I don't remember my parents getting really upset about it, but I lost it. Nawala siya. So it's still missing to this day. If any of my classmates actually took it or picked it up, please pakisaole or please just let me know na ikaw yung kumuha or ikaw yung nakapulot, and I won't get mad. But yeah, I remember that na nawala ko yung Donkey Kong ko na Game & Watch when I was in grade 3 when I did bring it to school. So that's our episode of Ricky Remembers Grade 3 Humabon 1985 to 1986. Please guys, if you have any memories that you want to share, please drop them in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, please click on like here on YouTube, and also comment anything that you want to share. I really appreciate it. Thank you to James Villano and to Mr. Paulo Punsalan for commenting in the past videos yesterday. And again, I will encourage everybody to support our fundraising efforts for this year's alumni homecoming. We're having it in December 7 at the Ateneo High School covered courts. If I'm not mistaken, I heard that this is the last time we're doing it in the high school covered court. So it's going to be a momentous occasion. It'll be the last time that the homecoming will be held there, because I think they're going to do something with the covered courts already. So please, I encourage you to support all our fundraising efforts. We're having a raffle. We're giving away a Hyundai Kona, a Vespa scooter, a Specialized mountain bike, shoes from Colhan, and clothes from Nautica, and other wonderful prizes at 500 pesos per raffle ticket. We're having a concert with Parokya ni Edgar on October 22, this coming October 22, at the Music Museum in Green Hills. Please, tickets are running out. 1,000 for orchestra and 2,000 for balcony, or the other way around. Basta isang 1,000, isang 2,000. Paubos na po yung tickets. Make sure you buy yours quickly para hindi kayo maubusan. And then also, please support our batch watch. We have a Seiko Urchin watch that we are selling with a white face. If I'm not mistaken, only a few are left as well. So if you really want that, don't wait and grab that. This has been Ricky Baizas for Ricky Remembers. Thank you for tuning in to this episode, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much.